The clash of two American heavyweights, faith and fast food.
McDonald's has caused a lot of problems. When McDonald's came to Loma Linda, the city went under red alert.
Being the largest fast food restaurant chain in the world, McDonald's has become a universal food language, serving about 69 million customers every single day. Their iconic French fries have reached more than half of the countries in the world. Although their Big Mac is so tantalizing to lure everyone, it has in a few instances failed to do the trick.
I do want Loma Linda to be a healthy environment for my kids. And I know that if there's a McDonald's that my kids drive by on a regular basis, it will be harder to keep that healthy environment.
In the late 1890s, a group of businessmen and physicians from Los Angeles bought the Mount City Hotel and reopened it as a convalescent home and a health resort. They would rename it to Loma Linda. Loma Linda is a city in California. With a population closing in at 25,000, the city's population hasn't really changed in the past decade, growing with merely 1,500. The resort would be sold to the Seventh Day Adventist John Baden and LNG in 1905. The hotel would be reopened as Loma Linda Sanitarium. In 1906, the Loma Linda College of Evangelists was established, which explains why nearly half of the city's residents are members of the Seventh Day Adventist Church. The location is among the 5 in the world that are marked as blue zones. These are areas that people live longer than average.
Blue zones are places around the world where people outlive typical life expectancy, consistently reaching 100 years old. Out of the 5 blue zones on Earth, 4 are in places which you'd probably expect: Greece, Japan, Sardinia, Costa Rica. But the 5th one is actually in America. Loma Linda!
The residents' health is entirely down to their disciplined diet habits. The diet is mainly a plant-based and restricts processed carbs, sugar and smoking. So it's no surprise the town is very selective when it comes to fast food joints at their place. Until it has been said that there must be a villain for every hero, a demon for every angel, a monster for every god, and for Loma Linda, that would be McDonald's. Probably reacting to the news that Subway has surpassed them as the largest restaurant operator globally, McDonald's would go on a vigorous expansion. In 2011, McDonald's wanted to establish their joint in the town. However, the restaurant faced a lot of hostility from residents.
The clash of two American heavyweights, faith and fast food.
The irony in this is that the town is only 5 miles from where the first McDonald's was ever established. The town city council would arrange a public discussion with an aim to bring the two parties to a talking place. However, protests would begin in the eve of the meeting, with more than 10 people marching in the street. Remember, this is a small town with older people. On the D-Day, a 2-hour discussion would take place with an estimated 30 people showing up to the meeting.
The town city council meeting was packed when the issue came up. You would have thought a nuclear waste dump was moving in.
10 people spoke during the public comment. The argument they would table was that McDonald's food lacks nutritional value.
McDonald's unfortunately has a reputation for being an industry that has not promoted health.
Are we killing our children?
McDonald's defense team would clap back.
In response, McDonald's told ABC News, "Our salads can be ordered without meat." They also mention offerings like apple slices and oatmeal, and go on to say the new restaurant will help fuel economic growth.
Now, McDonald's menu has always been a topic of discussion since its popularity. One of the biggest issues is with their trademark French fries. In the late 1980s, millionaire and businessman Phil Sokoloff suffered a heart attack at the age of 43.
911, what's your emergency?
Consequently, he would take out a full newspaper page where he used it to plead to Americans to abandon McDonald's. Their large French fries, for example, is 500 calories. Add a Big Mac to that and you have already hit 1,000 calories. Take that alongside a McFlurry and with one meal alone, you have hit more than 1,600 calories. However, their most highly dense meal is their big breakfast with hotcakes. It carries a hefty 1,000 calories. However, a former non-Adventist resident would call for the town to be more inclusive, considering there are also other fast food joints including Taco Bell, Costco and KFC. The place is filled with Mexican fast food joints.
The church itself is taking no official position on the matter.
I hope that nobody is condemned because of the choices of their food, and that goes back again to not imposing that on other people.
There is at least one other fast food chain in town, Carl's Jr., a restaurant that also came under fire when it moved in.
Would you mind if McDonald's opened up here?
I wouldn't.
No problem with it at all.
No, because that's their business.
The town's small but hungry burger-eating population isn't surprised about the hassle over McDonald's.
It annoys me when any of these nanny state people try to tell me what I can and can't eat. I mean, you know what? If you don't want to be healthy, then don't be. If you want to be healthy.
At the end, McDonald's won with the city's mayor saying he did not think that the government should stop people from eating meat or junk food if they wanted to.
I come down on the side of liberty and giving people choices.
Mayor Dusty Rigsby is one of many Adventists who doesn't believe in preaching how others should live their lives.
I don't think it's the government's responsibility, personally, to legislate vegetarianism. I think that if everyone became a vegetarian, they would probably have a healthier life, but that it has to be their choice.
Almost half a year later, McDonald's would be established. With a 2.3 rating on Facebook, the joint, though not flooded, of course, still goes on to this point.
What do you say to those people who say, listen, this is just not your business. We live in a free society. You can choose to walk in their doors or not.
I agree that we don't want to legislate health, but I believe that we ought to do everything we can to create a healthy environment